Hi, this is Neil Breen. Over the past few years, I've been asked a number of questions about my filmmaking process. People in theater audience Q&As ask me, Neil, how have you been able to do this? I get questions online all the time. Neil, how have you been able to write, produce, direct, act, and self-fund 5 theatrical independent feature films? So I thought I'd take this time to put together what I'm calling a retrospective of how I've been able to do that, what my process is. This is not a documentary on how I made 5 indie feature films. That would take hours and hours and hours to do. As it is, this retrospective is about 5 hours long. What I'll be covering is all aspects of my filmmaking process. How I conceptualize a film. How I write the script for the film. Be creative as a filmmaker. Use your imagination. That's what the media is all about. Creativity, imagination, entertaining the audiences, informing the audiences. That's what your goal should be. I write my stories and screenplays purposely in order to challenge myself. Challenge myself from a storyline point of view and from a technical point of view. Every film that I've done more technically advanced work than the prior film. The challenge is that I give to myself is to do things I've never done before. How I plan around the budget for the film. My actual film production process. My editing of the film. This is the editing bay that I use to edit my 4 most recent feature films. My special effects for the films. In order to survive as a species. It is not my intention to give you the impression that I, as an experienced indie filmmaker, do big, successful indie films. What I have done is make indie, small-scale, low-budget, successful, profitable, imaginative, thought-provoking films. I want to be honest with all of you. I've been hacking into government and corporate systems all over the country. These films have given me tremendous experience and insight into making larger, medium-budget, visionary, thought-provoking films in the future. And that is what I intend to do. My music for the films, my lighting of the films, and so on into an all-encompassing post-production process. After post-production, I'll discuss distribution. Both DVD, Blu-ray, and digital distribution. I'll then discuss theatrical distribution. My most recent films have played in major cities and theaters all around the world. And I'll discuss with you how I was able to do that. I'll discuss marketing, how I've taken it upon myself to create a Neil Breen brand of film. I'll be presenting, during the 5-hour narration, I'll be presenting film clips from all the films. I'll be presenting props from all the films, how I've made the props. I'll be discussing sets and locations that I've made for the films. I'll be discussing the casting process that I use. It's not my intent in this retrospective to tell the story of all 5 films. That would take forever. My intent is to convey my imagery that I've created for the 5 films in an effort to show you the themes and storylines of the 5 films. Once again, utilizing all of the categories that I've mentioned previously. So I think at the end of the 5 hours, you will come away clear on how I do what I do relative to filmmaking. You'll come away on the thematic imagery relative to filmmaking, cinematography, and visual presentation that I'm very interested in and what I'm offering the viewers of my films. So I think you'll find this very interesting, both as a learning tool, a creative tool. I think if you've never gone to film school, which was my case, I think you'll find it as something that will give you some insights into creative ways to accomplish your filmmaking goals. I'm a big believer in doing things over the top, being creative, using your imagination, being a bold filmmaker, take risks. So that's really it about the retrospective. I think you'll enjoy it. I think you'll learn from it. Happy filmmaking. Thank you. I'll be right here. This is a screening in Paris, France of Twisted Pair. There were 2,700 people in the audience at this single screening of Twisted Pair. This is their reaction to the film and to me after the screening.
Neil Breen.
Oh my God! Oh my God! Oh!
This is a screening in Los Angeles.
Yeah, you can take them on.
I can't believe this is happening. Oh my God.